Alright guys, New Age Tactical back with another video.
Post review.
New Age Tactical.
Morning.
Yeah, it's morning, so
This is the first.
drinking coffee out of mom's sippy cup.
So, you know the drill. 2 weeks spent with every knife or more. And I'm ecstatic about this. This was, I feel like overall the 3 knives were done over about 2 months. I just enjoyed almost everything about all of them.
Yeah, it was a fight to a finish.
So starting off with the first, the Crescent tool knife.
Just a little heavy.
Little heavy. So the only downside about carrying this, I mean, it did everything I needed to do. The downside was that the weight of it, whatever pocket I was carrying it, whether it was back or front, the weight would cause it to slide to the center of the pocket. So it was an irritation, but it's a $15 knife that made it through everything. So it's still, in my opinion, if you ask me what's the cheapest knife that's solid, this is the answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tool for lack of better words. You know, it's just a monster. And for it to be sitting up here with other $100 knives, it's
Larger contenders.
yeah, it's out of its weight class in a couple ways, but I mean, it's an awesome knife. The thing is about it, it's just the weight. That's the only thing that bothers me about it, and I don't really mind carrying heavier stuff, but it could be a downfall for some people.
Otherwise, the Civivi Riffle. Now, this guy had been requested quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. I loved carrying this about as much as I enjoyed the Civivi Elementum. I was loving having a hole in a blade, knowing that it was a solid knife and that I didn't have to worry about that hole in the blade. The micarta, I'll try to put a side
It's
by
so soft
side.
now.
And the color, though, I was worried about the dark, deep brown that it had. It's almost entirely gray. You can already see where my thumb goes on the blade. Aside from that, I mean, the weight of it, nothing. I mean, going from this to this, both a great carry, but this barely even noticing it was in my pocket. 3 Civivis, been impressed by every single one of them, but this one and the Elementum seriously are top 10 ranking for me of the year.
Yeah, I mean, this one, I got a cold, sorry. I gotta say it, because I sound horrible right now. This one's really impressive, because when you saw this gigantic hole cut out of it, I'm like, we've never had a good experience with a knife like this. So that was the first. I mean, we said even in the original video that we couldn't wait to see what this looks like. And honestly, this is after 2-3 weeks of carrying. Imagine a year or more. You know what I mean? Or imagine if we just sanded it down a little bit. Like
it's just pretty clear by now that we are fans of micarta.
I love the classy C right there. That for some reason makes all their knives stand out.
Whoa. I just noticed that. Civivi logos and Crescent Tools logos are pretty damn close.
Yeah. So this one does have a little blade play.
It did, yes.
This one, solid, like, no blade play, made it through all the torture, and then being in a pocket for however long, you know, and now it's going right into the collection. We'll probably throw an edge on it, and bam, it's going to go right into something that we might carry, you know?
And price-wise, again, middle range.
This was $70.
50, 55.
55, okay.
So 55. The Civivi Elementum was in the 50 range as well, but they're still, if you're a budget guy, going an extra $15 is worth it for something like this.
And especially, like, when it comes down to, like, I mean, our viewers, us, you know, we're into this stuff. So, I don't know. Like, the difference between 800 and 1,000, there's no difference.
And
that's kind of how I look at everything.
If you know that extra is going to get you, you know, it's like an Amazon purchase. You could buy the generic brand for 20, but for 30, you could get the official brand, you know?
Yeah, so, and if it really makes that much of a difference, which in the case of a knife, it does.
Yeah.
It's worth the money.
Now, oh, man. So, the Cold Steel Code 4. The first thing I'm going to say is day one of carrying, the pocket clip was too tight. It was pretty much incapable of being put on any pair of jeans, sweatpants.
But I told you how to fix that, and you fixed it in like 3
yeah,
seconds.
so I called you and I'm like, I don't know if I want to bend it back that far, you know. So I took some tweezers, got underneath, and I just gave it a little oomph. Haven't had a problem since. Now, the difference between these two is that the weight was similar, but because of how well that pocket clip was, it did not budge from my pocket.
You can see it's more chewed up, like there's scratches on it.
Yeah, well, in the 2 weeks, I try to wear different types of pants so that it's not just constantly going into jeans over and over again. So it was able to go on to sweatpants, freaking cargo pants, whatever. I'm still not a fan of backlocks, but man, the sharpness of this blade, like I'm talking just as simple as cardboard. It's barely giving pressure when I'm going through it. It's the durability of this, the fit in the hand. It's a solid feel. You don't feel like it's a folding knife when you're holding it.
No.
But in that sense, it really is the question of if these two knives are solid, is it worth, what was this price? This was going to the 93 range. But this is Cold Steel. This is the known company by everybody. You know, so really, you've got two solid winners there. I just don't, it's all up to you.
I'm going to say it this way, and I think I said it in the first video. Cold Steel has a real gimmicky, like, borderline annoying way of promoting their knives. They have like cringy videos they put out, and like I told you, I had that DVD I bought when I was younger, and I wasn't against it, but I was kind of like, I thought they were cheap knives because they would send out that like booklet, and you'd scroll through, you'd flip pages, and you'd see like they had a tactical spear, a tactical tomahawk, you know, a katana, and all this other. And I thought honestly they were more of like a joke company, like
Mall Ninja. Is that what they call them?
I don't know.
Like the stands that sell the goofy knives.
Or you're buying a katana and it's not going to do anything.
It's a display piece.
And now, and everyone kept saying Cold Steel, Cold Steel, Cold Steel, and I was so against it because I didn't want. I don't know. Like I said, I thought it was cringy. I thought it was going to be junk. That being said, that was all blown way out the window after playing with this knife for a little bit. I can honestly say this is probably one of my favorite knives we've done. I mean, for size-wise. Like, you know,
on the large end, too.
I definitely have my favorites in the size category, like which ones, but I love this aluminum handle. Like, it's something that you don't see very often. Handle-wise, amazing. Blade, amazing.
Lock.
Lock.
Triad lock. Damn, yo. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, the back lock we're not fans of, but it's more or less probably because we're not used to using it. But it is harder to close the back lock than it is to just. I think the color scheme on this is badass. It's very military, very like you can throw this on, your backpack, your chest rig, whatever. I don't think this is gonna fail you.
And honestly, the size of that, how concealed it felt when it was in my pocket.
Yeah.
No one would see that clip and assume I'm gonna pull that big of a blade out of my pocket.
No, and for what it is, like you said, it even has like the lean forward like a fixed blade would. So like you have such a good grip and it's so comfortable. I honestly love the knife. I really, really do. That being said, there's not like he said, a clear winner because 15, 53, 93, so you pay for what you get. Amazing for $15, phenomenal for $55, and we haven't bought a lot of $100 knives, but definitely better than the Spyderco's.
Yeah, damn right, exactly.
So, realistically, I think all three are winners because it's 3 different categories.
That's why I think this is one of our best post reviews because we give you the perfect eclectic mix.
Yeah.
Low, mid-range, higher end.
And it kind of happened by accident because I just started ordering knives that people were recommending.
Did not plan that at all.
And I kind of forgot we did this one. And I'm like, all right, well, 55 to 90, that'll be like a cool jump. when you think 15 to 90, it's like, oh, okay, that's a difference. I personally don't want to pick a winner.
I don't think so. I will only leave it at, I just think regardless of your purchase with any of these three, you will be content with your purchase.
Yeah, you're gonna be happy. I mean,
because even if you do not enjoy this knife and you're like, what the f*** were they talking about? You're going to go, oh, yes, $15.
you're not gonna enjoy the knife. That's the problem.
Well, yeah,
you're
but
not.
it's $15.
It's $15 and it's a beast and it's heavy and we're telling you that. You know, like this, I would not want to EDC this. If I had to, I would.
If I was still doing ventilation, I would carry
Yeah, a utility blade for the most part. These guys are, nice EDC blades. That's kind of a workhorse. But
I just feel good. We have not had a 2 month of no disappointments since we started.
Yeah.
We've always had a disappointment thrown in every few weeks. This was carrying for 2 months straight of just like, wow, I'm ready for anything.
yeah. And as much as I want to say yeah, no, this is the winner. The price range mitigates that because you're like, this is the clear winner. But it was $40 more.
And I know we got a couple of subscribers that are going to say that's a no-go for me, because of that price. That's why, then go with that. So it's really, I can't pick a winner because your pros and cons are going to go back and forth.
Yeah. They're all solid, all quality, all brand name,
But I think the big thing now is keep the recommendations coming.
Yeah.
Because you're proving a point with your recommendations. You're giving us companies we've never done before, and we're loving it. We got some good fun coming up for you
Yeah.
in terms of knife. We won't spoil it, though.
No.
Something big. But other than that,
Guys, subscribe.
follow us on Instagram, hit the bell,
Other than that, New Age Tactical.
over and out.